Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 1. We are learning unit 11. Its title is Stormy Weather. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear children, today under the title of pronunciation skills, we are going to learn as letters of a word change, so do the sound. Before this, I have taught you sounds of all the letters. I hope you remember. And we have also learnt about initial sounds, individual sounds. I hope you remember the concepts. If not, you may watch these video lectures again. And we are going to learn further to recognize that as letters of words change, so do the sounds. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Ibrahim, verse 24, have you not considered how Allah presents an example, mankind, a good word like a good tree, whose root is firmly fixed and its branches high in the sky. Yes, my dear children, what this beautiful verse is telling us. Beta, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is relating a word with a tree. Like a good tree has its branches, its roots are firm in ground and its branches are high in the sky. Likewise, a word have its branches and they are letters. So all the letters together make words. And to pronounce this word, we should know the sound of each letter. And how do these sounds make word and how these letters, by changing the letters, the sound changes. This is what we are going to learn today, right? So first you tell me what is initial sound and what is individual sound. I have taught you these concepts. So pause the video, answer these questions to your teacher and then come back. Yes, my dear children, I hope you could recall about initial sound. The initial sound is the first or beginning sound that you can hear when you say any word. So when you say a word, the first sound which you hear is initial sound. For example, if I say, so initial sound is the first sound. The first sound is initial sound, right? We have learned it in detail. I hope you remember. And then what is individual sound? Every letter has its own individual sound when you pronounce the word. When you say a word, the letters which make that word have their own sound which we pronounce while pronouncing the word. For example, now look at this word. When we say pen, so there are three sounds we are uttering. Pen. This is how in every word, individual letter has its sound. Now let's see if we change letter, how does this sound change? Okay, this is what we are going to learn today. So I'm going to tell you the final sound is the last or ending sound. We have learned it, that you can hear when you say any word. So does a word change if we change last letter? Now you see, I'm going to show you a magic, right? Look at this. There are two letters, C and A, C and A, C and A. And we know the sound of C is, and the sound of A is A, right? Now, by putting another letter, what the word comes, what the word become. Look at this. Now I have added this letter p, so this become cap, cap, right? And this is cap, you know. Now the magic is that if I change this letter, it can become a new word. How? Like this. If I put T here, now I have changed this P with T. It becomes a new word and its sound is also different. Now it's cat. Cat. I have changed this letter, so the sound is changed and it becomes a new word, right? And there I can make another. See, now I have changed this T with the R, it becomes car, car. So it means if we change the final sound, the sound of the letter changes and it becomes a new word. You see? Cap, cat, car, only by changing one letter. So it means when we change letter, the sound changes, right? It's cap, cat, car, right? Now let's practice it with middle sound. And what is middle sound? Does a word change if we change the middle letter? Now the initial sound and ending sound is same. That is P and N. The letters P and N. And what is the sound of P? It's P. And what is the sound of N? It's N. If I place, now by placing a middle letter, how the word changes, let's see. I placed A and the sound of A is A, it becomes pan, right? And if I replace, I change this A with E, the word is changed. Now we cannot say it pan. What it is? It's pen. This A sound has been replaced with A sound, pen, right? And the third one is, now this A sound has been changed with E, pin, right? You see, beta, you see, I'm changing just one letter and the sound is changing and the word is changing. This is how it can happen with many words. We change the letter, the sound changes and the word becomes a different one, right? Okay, now let's see what the final sound. Does a word change if we change the first letter? Now the final sounds are same at for all three words. Now I'm going to place the first sound and let's see what it becomes, okay? The first word is cat, at, cat. Now I'm going to replace this with another. It becomes bat, right? At is same. Now this word, by changing just this letter, it becomes a new word. Instead of cat, it becomes bat. It's a different word and it sounds different. And it's rat. You see, by changing letter, the sound changes, right? And one thing more, I have already taught you. I'm just revising it for your information. When the final sound of words are same, what they are called? They are called rhyming words. All these are cat, bat, rat, and we have practiced it. By changing the first letter, we can make different rhyming words. Now you see, beta, by changing letters, the sound changes and we get different words. Are you clear with the concept? All right, let's practice it through an activity. What we are going to do, your teacher will divide class in 3 groups and teacher will write words on board by missing letters. Okay, so for group 1, teacher will miss initial sounds, for group 2, middle sound, for group 3, final sound. Now student will keep writing the missing letters and pronounce the words. And teacher will keep reinforcing that as letters of word change, so do the sound, right? Pause the video, enjoy this activity and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. Now it's time for your homework. You will circle the words from the poem we just read yesterday. where by changing letters the sound changes. Now what you will do, you will open your book and you will find out. You see or and on. By changing letter, the word change, the sound change. Likewise, on and in. This is how you are going to complete this homework, right? And here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear children, what you are going to do, this is the same poem I gave you yesterday. So from this poem, you will find the words where by changing letter, sound changes, okay? So what we have learned today, we learned that as the letters of words change, so do the sounds. So we achieved our SLO, recognize that as letters of words change, so do the sounds. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.